Good evening, Countryside High School community. My name is Taylor Henderson. I'm your new principal, Countryside High School this school year, and I'm really excited about the school year ahead of us. This evening, the purpose of this principal's forum is to inform you of some of the protocols and changes we've made to our school. I plan to keep this meeting very brief, this live stream, and I want to provide the community an opportunity to email questions in to myself, my secretary, my principal secretary, Ms. Roman. I want to give the community an opportunity to understand what we're doing at Countryside High School, some of the changes we're making, and then provide an opportunity to answer any questions that are out there. My entire administrative team will be on live during the day on Friday. We're going to post a time to do another streaming event for the community, just to reassure everyone that we're all back together. Countryside High School is opening back up, and we're going to have an outstanding school year. So this summer's been very busy for all of us. As I said, I'm new to the school. Certainly looking forward to building all our great traditions to a standard that's been unseen at Countryside High School. We have to transition this year, and we all have to be a little bit flexible. This is certainly not an optimal situation, but it's a workable one, and one that we're going to get through together as a community. This evening, again, I'm going to plan to stream for about 10 minutes, kind of outline our school plan, and then anyone can email in to me. My email address is Henderson, Hendersont, Taylor @pcsb.org. My principal secretary, Ms. Vroman, Countryside legend. Chris can be reached at vromanc@pcsb.org. So please email in to us this evening as I go through this. And what we'll do again on Friday, sometime during the school day, provide an opportunity to speak to the administrators, do a question and answer session to make sure everyone's on the same page as we welcome our careers back home coming this Monday, August. So as we start our school year, first bell is going to ring at 7:25. Certainly our school is open before that. Our students enter our campus, and this summer we've cleaned the campus. It's in great shape. As our students arrive, they're going to notice that our plant operations staff. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Michael Olbrich, our head plant operator. He's done an amazing job following all the protocols regarding cleaning and all the things that needed to be done to secure the facility prior to our teachers returning for work. But as our students arrive in the mornings, we have three main entrances to the campus, and each one of those entrances is going to be monitored by an administrator or staff member. Obviously, our student lot is out by the student driver's lot, our bus lane, and then our main entrance that comes up towards the administration building. Each of those entrances will be covered by an adult, and we observe our students as they come in. I think one of the key things before we even go into walking into school, students and parents and families, if we're not feeling well, any one of us in this very important time, it's really important that we stay home, that we don't bring anything into our building, that we know if we're not feeling well and there's care taken, so we can remain home. Our teachers are prepared to work with our students as they remain home if they are ill. Okay? We certainly have absence policies, and we want all our kids back home. We want them back at Countryside. But if you're not feeling well, please don't enter the building. If you are feeling well, we encourage you to put your mask on and come in through one of those three main entrances. Like I said, the administrator will be at each one of those entrances. In the parking lot, we'll have Miss Erin Overall. She's returning to us, our administrative team, as well as Officer Falk. The main entrance is my area. So if you come up the main alley, you're going to see me, Mr. Henderson. I look forward to meeting every one of my careers. The mall area is going to have Miss Cynthia Ramos Gonzalez, our new administrator, as well as Mr. Brad Bernstein. I know you're all familiar with Mr. Bernstein. And then finally, out in the bus lane, we have the Pinellas County Administrator of the Year, the Richard Allen Award winner, Miss Lynette Alexander. So Miss Lynette Alexander will be out in the bus lane welcoming us, as well as Officer Kamini. We are opening up our courtyards as students enter and as they break throughout the day. Those courtyard areas are going to be monitored by staff as well as our hall monitor, Mr. Angelo. Breakfast will be provided to all students, and it's simply grab and go. The expectation is that all students are not congregating in large groups. Students, we want you really to space out and honor that 6-foot barrier. So we're going to be encouraging you and reminding you of that spacing. As you walk in with your mask, you grab your breakfast. It's going to be grab and go. Ms. Workley, our cafeteria manager, is hard at work in devising a menu that's not only healthy and going to help our Cougars, but something that's easy and something that can be pre-packed. And we're still in the process of changing up some of those menu items. As you grab your breakfast, you may sit down. Our tables, we have dividers. The dividers are simply a plastic plexiglass that divides two areas. We can sit about 6 students to a long table. And for our circle tables or our octagon-shaped tables, we can sit 4 to 6 students. So we do have spacing. It will be limited in the cafeteria area, in the mall area during breakfast time. But we encourage all students to move out into the wings. Our teachers are going to be there as early as 6:30, welcoming our students on campus. Again, the first bell rings at 7:25. So you grab your breakfast. There's no seating assignments in the concourse area. Again, you're just going to have to space out, and we're going to be encouraging you and reminding you of what that looks like. Spacing out, making sure we're honoring that 6-foot space. And as we transition into first period, your breakfast is served at different kiosks. So you have tons of options. We're going to have about 6 or 7 kiosks throughout the campus. Students are encouraged to enter through the wings in the common open spaces. Masks will be available if you need them, and we have that opportunity coming out on Friday. So if you are a student, I don't know where you'd be at this point, and you don't have a mask for the first day of school to come onto campus, please let us know. Come by the school Friday. We'll be posting that time, but it's 8:30 to 10 in the morning, and we'll give you a mask to bring onto campus for the first day. Because every student in their first period class will receive masks. They'll receive a pack of 5 masks. Those masks would be used throughout the year. And we expect all students to come onto campus with a mask that they've been using out in the community. But once they get in that first period class, they will be seated and provided 5 masks for use throughout the year. The late bell rings at 7:25. We have a change this year. Any late students, anybody that comes to school after 7:25, that middle mall area tends to get very tight. So my entrance right up the main walk. So we're going to ask that all tardies are going to be pushed down to the auditorium entrance by the student parking lot, where that table, the tardy entrance, will be monitored by 2 staff members who will very efficiently get your student into class if they happen to be late. So again, all doors will be locked as soon as the 7:25 bell rings, and any students that are late will have to enter through the auditorium entrance. One of our staff members, again, will be there to assist students in getting their tardy pass and then moving on to the first period class. All Countryside High School visitors and non-student guests are to enter through the main entrance of our school. And that's the one right off the administration parking lot. That's the one I'll be standing in the middle of the morning. Our bell schedule this school year, it's changed a little bit. Our first period class goes from 7:25 to 8:12. Each class is the same amount of time. But after we get through third period, so from 9:09 to 9:56, students are in third period. At the end of that third period, we have what we call the Cougar Brunch Break. And the Cougar Brunch Break is an opportunity for our students to go out for about 10 minutes and grab something to eat. Our cafeteria manager is going to have items out that are grab and go, quick items, fresh items that students can very quickly grab. They can socialize for a few minutes in small groups, moving about. We encourage all students to move and walk while they're talking, not to stand about, but move and walk, and then try and space out over that 6-foot space. Again, we're going to be there to teach you that, but we're there to assist you, but we want you to keep that in mind. 2 things: always walk on the right side, just like you drive, okay? And then keep 6 foot and make sure your mask is on all day. So that Cougar Brunch Break is going to be a great opportunity for all of us to kind of really just enjoy each other, getting out of the class, get out of the academic mode for a moment, and just having some countryside time together. This is not normal, but we're going to make the most of it. So we have about 10 minutes to grab a quick snack and get right back into your 4th period class. The day continues. Our classes, again, are 47 minutes per class. We go all the way to 7th period, which actually runs this year from 12:42 to 1:29. Pretty nice schedule, Cougars. Pretty nice schedule. At 1:29, we have what we call the As You Leave Seaside Lunch. And what that entails is an opportunity for any of our students to grab a lunch as they exit our campus. We know we have some students that ride buses. Students that ride buses will be permitted to sit in the mall area in an assigned seat. So every single bus rider, whether they want one or not, will be permitted a seat somewhere on our campus to eat their lunch. Students are going to be encouraged, if they choose to remain in the mall area, to sit in their assigned seat. We want to make sure we know exactly where every student is at every moment during the lunch period. So students, again, you're going to be assigned a seat if you're a bus rider, and we ask that you sit in that seat if you're going to sit in the mall area to eat. We are going to be opening up our courtyard areas, both by the auditorium as well as by the I-wing, to ensure that students have plenty of room to space. So again, a new normal. And believe it or not, we're even jumping in to the media center as well as the auditorium. So students, starting this week, you're going to have an opportunity to sign up to get your seat in the media center or the auditorium. If you're not that concerned about where your seat is, or you don't plan on sitting down, that seat may not mean much to you. But as a school principal, working through what we're working through, that seat means much to me. So the As You Leave Seaside lunch goes from 129 to 159. If you're a regular Countryside Cougar that doesn't ride a bus and you have a car, or your parent picks you up, or you just walk home, real simple. Grab your lunch, walk, go home, get in the car, leave. We really want you to exit campus as soon as possible. This is not normal. Once our normal school year starts, and we're past all of this, we want you to live at Countryside High School. So we have our As You Leave Seaside lunch. You're a bus rider, you grab your lunch, you have a seat. You enjoy your lunch, you're sitting near 6 foot away, one of your friends. 1:59, the bell rings again. You have 4 minutes to make it from the mall area or wherever you're at on campus to your bus. All CHS buses this school year will leave at 2:03. So at 2:03, unless you're a student athlete with a signed student athlete participation form for this school year, or involved in an extracurricular activity, performing arts, fine arts, with a signed permission form to participate in extracurricular activities. If you're not one of those students, the expectation is you are off our campus for these first 9 weeks, right at 2:03. Traffic flow in our mall area, it's going to be monitored by the administration, and students will be encouraged again to keep it to the right, Cougar. So keep the wall on your right. If we all walk in a straight direction with the wall to our right, we can effectively space. We're going to be communicating that throughout the first 9 weeks through all social media and our Connect Ed messages. We're really excited about some of these processes. We know that our cafeteria carts are limited on options, so we're working very closely with Carol Workley, our cafeteria manager, to ensure we have the very best for our Cougars. And nutritionally, we're going to do all we can to step it up and really improve. I know many of these new ideas are a big change for our school community, but our school staff has been excellent this week in adjusting to this new normal. And we're very confident that our Cougars, our little Cougars, our biggest asset, our students, they're going to handle it very well as well. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. If you have questions of this presentation or our plan to start, I ask that you email myself, again, hendersont@pcsb.org. Go on the Countryside High School webpage or on the Countryside High School Facebook. And our Facebook page, by the way, is up 500%. We have something almost twice a day posted on there that's relevant to CHS, and all we're doing great. I really wanted to keep this this live stream under 10 minutes, and it looks like I failed by 3 minutes. But you know what? This year is going to be all about learning from our trials and what we have to go through and being flexible. So I appreciate your time this evening. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you, and I know that we're going to have a great school year. Again, our administration, the entire admin team, as well as some of our guidance staff and support staff will be live this Friday. We'll post the time here on YouTube to answer any questions that come out of this. I thank you so much for your time this evening. I hope you have an excellent, excellent Wednesday evening. And as always, at our place, as always, go Cougars.